Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco, locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer, and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Dakota Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are a dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor. But together, you make Mom proud. Look at you two. And look at your crew. Brenda, the calculator Cutler, Bill, the drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one stop for mouthwatering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch, or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachment solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
A better you starts closer to home, with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
And we're back here at Cadwell Park for Game 12 of the Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament here on Live Ticket TV. My name is Spencer Bewley, and I'm joined by Mr. Brock Greenfield, and we'll be bringing you all of the action between the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks and the Milbank Firechiefs. A quick run-through on the 11 games that have already happened. Wessington Springs defeated Akron in the first game of the tournament, 10-7. Larchwood beat Burke 18-3. Dimmock Emery took down Lake Norden 7-2. Castlewood defeated Tabor 7-5. Humboldt-Hartford Wood Ducks defeated Menno 4-2. Elk Point defeated Redfield Dairy Queen 7-1. Alexandria defeats Flandreau 5-3. Platte defeats the Del Rapid Mudcats 1-0. Canova Gang beats Lesterville 11-0. Kimball White Lake beats Northville 7-1. And then just this morning, Del Rapids PBR beats Elkton 5-3. It's only going to get better here in Mitchell. As we mentioned, we have the 1 o'clock game here for you. Taking a look at these two teams, we'll start with the visiting Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks. They are 13-7 out of the Corn Belt League, 15-9 overall, managed by Chad Morrison. and the Milbank Firechiefs, the home team in this afternoon's matchup. 15-2 overall, 13-2 out of the Eastern Dakota League, managed by Brady Krause. We're going to step aside here briefly on Live Ticket TV, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups and first pitch on the way for you next.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
Whatever. Back here at Cadwell Park, just moments away from getting game number 12 of this 2024 State Amateur Baseball Tournament underway. We're up to our Shields starting lineups. Shields carries world-class brands and backs every product they carry with their Shields guarantee. You can feel confident knowing you're purchasing the same footwear, apparel, and gear professionals rely on. Looking at the Firechiefs first, leading off the order is going to be number 7, Caden Krause, playing catcher. Number 15, Taylor Berger, playing center field. Number 33, Mitch Quaid, playing shortstop. Number 13, Dom Berger, pitching. Number 4, Brady Krause, playing third base. Number 3, Merrick Yunker, playing right field. Number 22, Tyler Krause, playing second base. Number 25, Brent Griffith in left field. And then rounding out the order, number 6, Kellen Hookie, playing third base. First base. On the other side, the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks. They'll be led off by number 23, Cam Quigley, out in center field. Number 10, Brock Haldeman at shortstop. Number 24, Joe Hanisch at first base. Number 7, Greg Biaggi at second base. Number 28, Carter Halverson. He'll be at catcher. Number 8, Devin Gary. He'll be in left field. Number 1, Jonah Rechtenbaugh. He'll be in right. Number 29, Adam Hinchis, the designated hitter. Number 7, Briggs Havlick will be at third base. And pitching for the Gamecocks will be number 4, Cole Barthel. So to lead things off, it'll be Quigley, the center fielder for the Gamecocks. Quigley hitting .276 on the season here. First pitch of the afternoon is fouled off right behind home plate.
So about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, I was talking to Dom Berger, the Milbank Firechiefs pitcher. It was unrelated. I mean, they were hosting the district tournament, but I said, out of curiosity, what's your strikeouts to walks ratio this year? He said, well, right now it's 85-8. And then in the tournament, he tallied in relief 17 or 18. This ball hammered out to right fielder off the bat of Quigley, and Yunker goes over and gets it. Makes the play. Anyway, point is he's amassed over 100 strikeouts, and he's got probably 10 or fewer walks.
104 strikeouts to 11 walks is Berger's official numbers on Game Changer. So a pretty incredible stat there at a 10-to-1 ratio. So don't expect to see him walking many batters in this ball game. Throws this one in for a called strike on the outside corner. At the plate is Brock Haldeman, shortstop. The 0-1 driven into center field, but that will be caught out in center. Berger was there to make the play. So quickly 2 up, 2 down here for the Gamecocks.
Gamecocks have had a couple good swings at Berger deliveries, but hit them right at the defense.
Should be a fun afternoon. 2 ace pitchers for both of these teams going at each other. Should see a lot of strikes, a lot of strikeouts, but a lot of balls put in play as well. This one's just a bit outside for ball number 1 to Joe Hanisch. Hanisch, the first baseman for this Gamecocks team. Watches this one, also outside for ball number 2.
Incidentally, this half inning brought to you by Sun Gold Sports. They have 3 different processes in which they can provide custom clothing, screen printing, embroidery, and vinyl printing. Contact them for your T-shirt needs.
Huge thanks to all of our sponsors here at Live Ticket TV for sponsoring us throughout this season in the state amateur tournament here, making this possible for all of us up in the box.
2-1 the count now after Hanisch looked at that one, called strike.
So Hanisch watches the first 3 pitches go by, 2-1 count. Swings on this one, fouls it straight back. Old saying, you foul it straight back, you're right on it.
Correct.
Just a hair underneath. Deuces are wild here in the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Berger trying to complete a 3-up, 3-down inning. Winding, dealing. This one's going to be outside. Berger certainly thought it was a strike. Looked a bit outside from our vantage point up here, but very, very close. Brought the breaking ball from the left-hander's batter's box in and almost across the plate. Full count here. This one swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout to end the inning for Dom Berger.
There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on base in the top of the first inning.
We'll turn it over to the bottom of the first here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered.
We travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
Experience the enduring legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative.
Put one on the board here in the bottom of the first. Leading off will be Caden Kraus, the catcher. And the first pitch in for a strike.
Caden Kraus is a very speedy young man.
This one just outside, even out the count at 1 apiece.
I'm not foreshadowing a bunt. I don't see him drag bunting.
This one grounded to shortstop just over the head of Haldeman. And Kraus is aboard for the first runner of the ball game. Kind of saw a little bit of that speed there on his way to first. He's definitely quick. Brock Greenfield, the man of Milbank, providing us a lot of information for them throughout this broadcast.
This half inning brought to you by Bank West. Whether you are buying a new home, building your dream home, updating your current home, or reworking your finances, their experience. Well, here's a bunt
Small
attempt.
ball. This one bunted right back to Barthel, and he'll take the easy out at first, but Kraus now moved over to second base. So a good bunt from Berger. Good execution here early on by the Firechiefs. Kind of exactly how you'd want that first inning to go. Get the first man on, move him over, whether it's a bunt, a hit, or a base hit. Choose the bunt there, and that brings up Quaid. First pitch just outside.
Continuing my thought, Bank West's experienced mortgage team is there for you every step of the way.
This one low and inside to Quaid. Quick 2-0 count.
Mitch Quaid, arguably the best batter in terms of production for Milbank. They've got a lot of good sticks, but I think he had the best average of them all.
It's .419 so far on the season. Pops this one straight up. Miscommunication behind the plate. And that one is going to drop as Havlick and Halverson could not decide who was going to take that. That's probably going to be Havlick's ball. It's going to be tough for him to get there. But didn't seem like Halverson had a very good beat on it. Brings the count to 2-1. Quaid swings right through this one. Brings the count to 2-2.
2-2 the count, one down. Small
just
misses.
Outside. As you mentioned, Quaid, a .419 batting average. That is big-time stuff. Exactly who you want in the 3-hole. Gets a piece of this one, just foul. Over towards the Gamecock dugout. Count remains full. Mitch Quaid trying to potentially drive in a run here, or at least advance Kraus over. Fouled again.
Caden Kraus has gotten a couple running leads out there. I'm wondering if he's trying to measure things up and see if possibly he could swipe a bag. I don't think he'd do it with the left-handed batter up because the catcher would have an unimpeded throw to third.
Doesn't seem like he's being held on very honestly either. He sure had a chance to go right there, too. I mean, he's getting as far off almost as Haldeman is over at shortstop. Of course, he was bunted over, which means that they're probably very confident in his ability to steal third if needed. But obviously, Quaid, the left-hander. This one outside, and he has put on first. So runners aboard on first and second here in the bottom of the first. And coming up to the plate, the pitcher, Domberger, trying to make his mark at the plate.
Mitch Quaid, incidentally, worked a 9-pitch walk there, fouled several, two.
Trying to drive Barthel's pitch count up as well. It's always a goal early on in the game when you're facing Nace. Just up to 13 pitches. Didn't struggle too badly to find the zone. Just a great at-bat there by Quaid. Now struggling a bit here. 2-0 quickly to Berger. 2 men on. Hitters count Domberger trying to drive one in. Swings through this one for the first strike of the at-bat. Berger, a .318 hitter. Pops this one up to left field. Probably not going to do much. Kraus not tagging and will be forced to head back to second. 2 down in the bottom of the first. Brings up the third baseman, Brady Kraus. Lots of Krauses out here at Milbank. Lots of Krauses, lots of Bergers. Of course, Brady Kraus, the manager. And this is Brady Kraus, the 5-hole hitter. Kraus drives this one back up the middle, may be able to bring one in. Coming home from second is Kraus. And the Milbank Firechiefs lead it 1-0.
So that was Brady Femling, actually, the courtesy runner, running for the catcher.
It's the catcher with some speed coming across home plate there. Nonetheless, it's a 1-0 ball game. Firechiefs, a little 2-out rally here. They trade places, men aboard on first and second once again. Merrick Yunker, the right fielder, up to the plate. Gets this one through the 5-6 hole. Another one's likely going to come home. Here comes Quaid, going to be a play at the plate, and the throw is in time, and Quaid is tagged out at home. Looked like it was going to be a bang-bang play right through the 5-6 hole. Gutsy move out at third base, but nonetheless, Quaid is tagged out, and that is how the first inning comes to an end. Excitement here already in the afternoon game. Stick around after these messages.
The ag community for more than a century, dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
Back here at Cadwell Park for game number 12 of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament here in Mitchell, South Dakota. 1-0, Firechiefs lead it after the first inning, scoring a run in the bottom of the first there. Now stepping in is Greg Biaggi, the pickup player.
Plays for the Madison Broncos during the year. He batted .353 on the season. This ball flied over to Kellen Hookey. He comes in and pounces just in front of the bag. Point I was going to make, he almost overran it.
Almost did. But it's a quick out for Dom Berger, who continues to work efficiently. 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. Biaggi was the 4-hole, brings up the 5-hole. Carter Halvertson, the catcher. This one in the dirt to start the count, 1-0.
This inning brought to you by MDS Manufacturing. They make the loader better. MDS leads the way in quality with quality in manufacturing, pricing, integrity, and business development.
As always, shout out to all of our sponsors here at Live Ticket TV. This one fouled straight back, was going to kill me if that net wasn't there. Shout out Cadwell Park.
Well, we still got the unbreakable glass in front of us, so
True.
You might not have been dead. Never know.
Never know, I guess. Counts 1-1, 1 out for the Firechiefs. Berger, winding. Delivers a curveball over the meat of the plate. Taken for a strike on Halverson. Leads Berger to a pitcher's count, 1-2.
Halverson batted .250 on the season.
The 1-2, this one just a bit low. Berger's got some velocity on the fastball. Be awesome to have radar guns here. It's the one thing Cadwell Park is missing.
I agree.
Other than that, perfect facility.
But I've also seen it be such a distraction in Sioux Falls when we've been there in the past that guys uncork the pitch and then they turn quick to look and see how fast was that.
True. I remember being out there for the Class B state tournament for high school ball earlier in the spring. Exactly right. Definitely some oohs and ahs at the radar gun, especially when it's out big on display in center field. Can certainly be a distraction for the Aroldis Chapman wannabes of high school baseball. 2-2 the count. This one fouled straight away. Did not hear it hit a car, but maybe it did. Who knows? Lots of cars parked back there. Count remains 2-2. Halverson battling with Berger here. Berger up to 18 pitches. Halverson ducks out of the way, and that one had some nasty movement.
Fool them all.
Lots of Firechiefs fans calling for that one to be a strike. It was awfully close. Halverson sold it a little bit, but you can bet he'll be standing in there probably for the rest of this at-bat. 3-2. Chops this one up the middle, and it is going to get through, and Halverson is aboard. So maybe a little second chance action there for Carter Halverson, able to take advantage of it.
Halverson going to be lifted for a courtesy runner.
It'll bring up Devin Gary, the left fielder for the Gamecocks. As we mentioned,
Courtesy runner,
excuse me.
Meslowski.
So Meslowski at first. Shallow lead here against Berger, the lefty. First pitch in for a called strike on the outside corner. Haven't seen a lot of stealing action against left-handed pitchers in this tournament. Not many willing to gamble. Berger kind of pitching out of the slide step here. Pretty unconvincing lead still over at first base. Berger delivers. Just up and in. So ones across the board. One ball, one strike, one out. Gary watches this one outside. So another curveball misses for Berger. Struggling a little bit here to find the zone. At least dialed it in consistently.
Well, then when he does, it doesn't get called from time to time.
Seems to be the case here early on. Berger. This one down the middle for strike number 2. Gary took a hack at it in the hitter's count, but it's evened out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. No action over there on first from the courtesy runner. The payoff from Berger. Fouled straight back, and we'll do it once more. Gary hitting .268 on the season. The 2-2 once more. Berger delivers a bit low, works himself into another full count with an out here, trying to avoid putting 2 on in a row. Berger's payoff. This one fouled back. And as kind of expected, Halverson was on the move. Only 1 out, though.
That puts a lot of faith in your, in your number 8 batter. You're running the risk of him swinging through and possibly being a strike him out, throw him out, double play, but obviously a good contact hitter in that 8 hole.
Banking on Devin Gary to put one in play, maybe avoid a double play, and he gets on base instead. So 2 walks in a row from Dom Berger.
No, it was a single up the middle, and the first guy got on after the third strike.
Correct, so just 1 walk. 1 walk of the inning. Back-to-back full counts, that was, I believe.
Yep.
So Berger with just 11 walks on the season, puts 1 on here. And Caden Kraus is going to come out to have a conversation with him, maybe a little mix-up on the signs, working through how to approach the number 7 hitter, Jonah Rechtenbaugh. Rechtenbaugh, the right fielder, also pitches a little bit for this Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks team. He is listed on the roster of pitchers, has no wins and no losses, though, on the stat book in league play. First pitch in for a strike. Rechtenbaugh hitting just over 300, 304 average. Looking to do a job here with 2 men on and 1 out. Down 0-1 in the count. This one over the plate, swung through by Rechtenbaugh. So quickly it's 0-2. Maslowski being held honest over there at second. Kraus, the second baseman, keeping him there. Berger delivers strike number 3, swung right through by Jonah Rechtenbaugh. So with 2 outs, the 8-hole hitter, Adam Hinches, will come up to bat, the designated hitter of this roster.
I looked incorrectly when I made that comment a little bit ago. That was the 7 batter. Now we're up to the 8. Actually, it was the 6 batter. That's what I glanced down and caught a glare. First pitch to Hinches is a called strike.
Devin Gary is number 8 in your defense. A little bit of a chance of mix-up there.
Oh, gotcha. Well, just delete what I said.
Happens when you're here for 37 games. Bound to happen many times. Second pitch of the count is up and away for a ball. Counts 1-1. Berger working at a little bit more of a modest pace than what we've seen from some pitchers in this tournament. Some like to just go rapid fire. As soon as they get that ball, they're charging back to the bump and ready to deliver. Berger takes his time, delivers another strike here. Brings the count to 1-2. Has Hinches a little bit in the hole here. Again, runners on first and second here in the top of the second. Berger trying to end the inning. The 1-2. Swung through from Adam Hinches, and Berger retires another to end the top of the second.
For the Gamecocks, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base.
We'll turn it over to the bottom of the second in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Tyler Kraus, the 7-hole hitter, up to lead off the bottom of the second here for the Milbank Firechiefs.
Kraus batted .209 on the regular season. He's down in the count 0-2 after he looked at the first one and fouled the second one off.
So looking to maybe improve that number here in the state tournament. No better place to do it. Pokes this one into right field, and he'll get started on that journey with a base hit into right field. Just in front of Rechtenbaugh there, and just over the head of Hanisch at first.
Next up for the Fire Chiefs, Brent Griffith, the Clark Trader pickup player. I know Griff well enough to know that he is an accomplished bunter. He actually failed the last couple times that he was given the bunt, but he can do it, and he can do it well.
So playing the odds, maybe it's about time he drops one in for a base hit. Griffith, the all-gray uniform.
First pitch was a ball.
He shows bunt here, pops this one up, straight foul.
He can do it, and he can do it well, he said. Fouls it back into the screen, into the net.
Being a lefty, kind of always a bunt threat. If you can get one down when the defense isn't expecting it. Here, one down the first baseline would probably be his best bet, as Hanisch is over there holding Tyler Kraus on first. He'll go for it again, bunts it down the third baseline, and it still might be a hit. Got some speed, and the throw in time, except Hanisch was forced to come off the bag and make a diving stop. So Griffith gets aboard on the bunt.
I think give it a hit.
So they give it a hit up here in the box. Brock working the game changer here to my right. Man of many talents.
Who picked that up? Was it the catcher or was it the pitcher?
The pitcher, I believe.
I was thinking that.
Another bunt here. This one just barely in fair play. But a job well done from the 9-hole hitter, Kellen Hookey, to put runners on third and second. It's Tyler Kraus and Brent Griffith, respectively, over there. And now we turn it over to the top of the order. Caden Kraus steps up with 2 men on and just 1 out.
In his first at bat, Kraus singled on a hard ground ball into center field.
That would certainly work here to score 1, maybe 2. Looking to get it done. Anyways, got a variety of ways to do it. First pitch in for a called strike. Infield going to come in, playing right on that infield grass. Fire Chiefs already up 1-0. 2 strikes now after Kraus swings through that one.
Taylor Berger waits on deck.
Infield in, those gaps between the fielders become even bigger. This one poked into left field, just foul. So Caden Kraus staying alive. The 1-hole hitter kind of expecting him to do a job here. He hits .351 on the season, so a very high batting average. Takes this one outside. It's a pretty good spot right where Halverson was set up on the 0-2. Barthel trying to work himself out of another jam. Just has one out to his name. Another outside pitch.
So Caden Krause was looking down as he stepped into the box. The pitcher was already in his set. By the time Caden looked up, the ball was on its way.
So Barthel trying to follow suit and work very quickly, as we have seen in this tournament. This one is going to be a called strike. Caden Krause knew it right away. 3 outside pitches in a row, and the last one catches the corner for Barthel. So the infield will step back as Taylor Berger comes up to the plate. Berger trying to pick up a couple of RBIs. First pitch in the dirt. Halverson couldn't find it there for a second. But a good block behind the plate. It's a big man back there. Got to throw it pretty wide to get it around him. The 1-0. This one taken inside for a called strike. The 1-1. Outside and low. Tyler Krause over at third base, eager to go on a pass ball. As Barthel has consistently been missing the zone low here in this at-bat. 3-1 is the count now. Berger flies this one into right center. Rechtenbaugh is there to make the catch and retire the inning. So a couple of stranded for the Firechiefs.
For the Firechiefs, there were no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We'll head into the top of the third inning. Milbank leading the Gamecocks 1-0. Back with the Gamecocks half in 60 seconds.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
This afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by Hankey Tractor Repair. They are a leading dealer in ATV and UTV sales in the region. They are located 20 miles south of Mitchell on Highway 37. 1-0, Milbank Firechiefs still lead it over the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks after they stranded a couple of runners in the bottom of the second. Not much offensive production has been seen from the Gamecocks. Got a couple of runners in the top of the second, but unable to bring any home. Still scoreless through 2. So it'll be the cleanup. Greg Biaggi.
No, this is Briggs Havlick.
Briggs Havlick, excuse me. I thought that was number 7. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I did what you did. I looked at the.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we have 2 number 7s written down.
Yeah, the one is a pickup player from
Madison. So with 2 number 7s, I read the wrong number 7 to start the inning. Popped up straight behind the plate. Krause is there to make the play. A play we haven't seen made super often throughout this state amateur tournament. That has been a tough ball to catch. The one popped up into the shallow backstop. Seen a lot of catchers kind of camp under that ball and then not be able to corral it. It's a tough ball to catch with all the backspin that comes off the bat. So it brings up the leadoff hitter, Cam Quigley, the center fielder. First pitch, high and inside from Berger. Berger, 38 pitches now on the game. Here's the 1-0. This one chopped to shortstop, and there's going to be no play at first.
Base hit.
As Quaid really had no chance on that one.
Yeah, once that ball got past Brady Krause, it was a done deal.
Very slow roller into the 5-6 hole there. It's kind of a third baseman plays it or nobody plays it. And in that case, nobody plays it. Quaid forced to eat it over there at short.
So with one down and a runner on, the batter is going to be Brock Haldeman. Shortstop for the Gamecocks is 0 for 1 on the day.
Gamecocks starting another inning with runners aboard. First pitch in for a strike to Haldeman on the inside half of the plate.
Haldeman was one of those, though, who hit an atom ball. He hit a screamer out to center field, but it was right at Taylor Berger.
Seen a couple of barreled up baseballs so far this game. No hits for extra bases yet. But 5 hits so far for the Firechiefs and 2 for the Gamecocks. This one fouled onto the right side of the park. Little kids will give chase. Sure, they're still wishing those foul balls are worth $10 and not $2. But gotta take what you can get. (0-2) here. Haldeman down in the count. Berger comes set. Runner goes from first. This one chopped up the middle. Runner did not go, so a chance for a double play here, and the throw is in time. And they double up the Gamecocks to quickly end the top of the third. 3 up, 3 down as we head into the bottom of the third inning.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no men left on base. As you said, we're heading to the bottom of the third in 60 seconds.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition.
Back here at gorgeous Cadwell Park, 79 degrees and sunny here this afternoon. Could not ask for better baseball weather. Somehow it's one of the warmer days that we've had of this tournament, other than the opener on Wednesday. That one, I believe, was around 86 degrees. Seen a lot of sweatshirts here in the crowd. Lots of fans that are sitting under the shade. Some of them got long sleeves. Starting to come off, though, as the day heats up. But it's definitely been chillier here in Mitchell. But beautiful weather so far. Leading off the bottom of the third will be Mitch Quaid, who takes this first pitch for a ball. Quaid, the 3-hole. Drives this one into center field. It's a towering fly ball. And Quigley is there and can't make the play. Lost it at the last second in the sun. And so cruising into second is Quaid, who is on via error.
That's a hit.
Or will it be a hit?
Yeah, it's...
What's the ruling on it?
As a pitcher, you hate to say that you gave that up as a hit, but when the guy loses it in the sun...
Can't give him an error there?
I could, but... If I'd have looked out there and seen sunglasses glaring off the bill of his cap, maybe, but...
Ground ball to the second baseman. and quickly Berger is retired. But Quaid reaches third on the ground ball.
Yeah, so it was a productive out as it did move him up. Brady Krause now the batter. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Single on a ground ball out into center field.
So far we've seen the Fire Chiefs do a very good job of doing their jobs. Here's a line drive into left, and it will tag up Mitch Quaid. Might be a play at the plate. Nope, throw is not in time. And so right on cue, great execution all around by the Fire Chiefs to lead this thing 2-0.
I would, if I were the Gamecocks, I would appeal at third base. It was extremely close, and it wouldn't hurt to get to have the umpires make a decision. Quaid may have left a half a beat or quarter of a beat early.
Quaid not the fastest guy on this Fire Chiefs team, so he was definitely antsy to get going. Did kind of look like he timed it up right on cue, unless he left a hair early.
Merrick Junker, the batter, he singled on a hard ground ball out into left field in his first at bat. Waves and misses. He's down in the count 0-2.
Base is wide open here.
Junker and Quaid probably have the most pop in their bats of anybody in the Milbank lineup.
Takes this one low and outside in the dirt. And first ball.
Quaid is in his first year as an amateur.
So Quaid, one of the younger guys in the tournament. Steps up here with a 1-2 count. Takes, same pitch, outside in the dirt. Twos across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. This one driven into right center. It's going to drop next to Rechtenbaugh, and it's going to go for extra bases. Junker rounding second, heading for third.
Tearing up the base
And
path.
it is going to be what could have been a stand-up triple, but Junker decided to slide in there just for good measure. And as you mentioned, a lot of speed from the right fielder. And he is aboard on third base for Tyler Krause, who will step up.
Tyler Krause with the pop into right field that fell for a base hit in his first at bat. The Fire Chiefs with 7 hits on the board already here in the bottom of the third inning.
Trying to get a little 2-out rally going. This one chopped back to the pitcher. Barthel unable to handle it at first, but calmly collects and makes the throw over to Hanisch.
Inning summary for Milbank: 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head into the top of the 4th inning with Milbank on top, 2-0 when we come back.
Health and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
Fire Chiefs lead at 2-0 as we head into the top of the 4th. Quick word from James Valley Landscape.
Their landscape professionals bring your outdoor vision to life, transforming the exterior of your home or business with low maintenance, high quality plants and hardscape materials.
Gamecocks going to try and get something going here. Still scoreless through 3 innings. They've had a couple of runners get on board in back-to-back innings now, but unable to get anybody around. Stepping in is the 3rd hitter in the lineup, Joe Hanisch, first baseman for the Gamecocks.
Struck out swinging in his first at bat. Biaggi on deck.
First pitch to Hanisch. This one swung through for strike number 1. Hanisch hits .343. So one of the better hitters on this team, since he's hitting 3-hole. Trying to start them off with a runner. Drives this one into center. Is it going to be short enough? And it is. Falls right in front of Taylor Berger, out in the center. And Hanisch is aboard for the first runner of the inning for the Gamecocks. Brings to the plate Greg Biaggi, the pickup player, hitting cleanup for this Gamecocks roster. So Berger, despite some very, very impressive stats, still getting threatened each inning here by the Gamecocks. Putting a couple runners on here and there. Bunt briefly shown by Biaggi.
Biaggi is an accomplished bunter. I've seen him bunt for hits here in the state tournament, so he had that in his mind. If he's going to sacrifice, he's going to mask it until the last possible minute and try to knock down a single as well.
Brady Krause is playing about 5 yards in on the infield grass. It's going to be a hot, hot corner if Greg Biaggi pulls one down the line. Remains there even after Biaggi does not show bunt. But as you mentioned, he's a late shower if he's going to do it. Reading it out of the hand of Berger each attempt. He's going to swing here, fouls it straight back, and that will send Brady Krause back into the dirt. Count is 1-2. Hanisch over at first base. Berger, the payoff pitch. This one fouled away once again. Biaggi stays alive.
Speaks well of the Madison Broncos that have been picked up. You had Heath Williams leading off for Del Rapids PBR in the previous game, and now Biaggi in the 4-hole for the team that picked him up, being the Gamecocks.
Pickup players very crucial in this tournament. See a lot of them take on big roles on the teams that they join. See shortstops, we see center fielders, we see catchers, pitchers. A lot of the, quote, captain-like positions. 2-2. Biaggi pops this one up to the shortstop, Quaid. Quaid can't find it, and it drops.
It'll be
an easy out at second. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. But we see the Suns strike again. Usually it's not until the third game, that 5:30 game, when we see right field have a lot of issues with the Sun and the first baseman as well. But now twice in a row we've seen it. Firechiefs struggling here to find it.
Biaggi is one of your faster runners.
Pretty awesome dual threat he is. To be a 4-hole and have a lot of speed, be a threat on the base paths, a threat to bunting. He's going to make Berger try and keep him honest over there. 0-1. This one fouled away.
The batter, incidentally, I don't know if you mentioned it, it's Carter Halverson. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He singled out into center field in his first at bat. He's down on the count, though, 0-2.
Pitcher's count here for Berger. Again, over 100 strikeouts on the season. He'll likely try and get Halverson chasing here.
And he does.
Yep.
Good call.
Right up and in. The perfect place to throw. And it was Hookie over there at first base who thought it was the third out of the inning.
Trying something new. You got to get 3 this time instead of just 2.
Ran up in on the infield grass. Caden Krause behind the plate. Had to tell him to go back to his base. It'll bring up Devin Gary, the 6-hole hitter. Left fielder swings through the first pitch of the at-bat. So Berger starts ahead once again. 0-1 the count. 2 outs now. Biaggi still over at first base. This one just a hair up. They'll check it down first base. And he will not give it a swing. He wasn't paying attention. Definitely going to be safe there. Berger takes a long time to get set. Checks once or twice. This one fouled right into the face mask of the home plate umpire. Briefly take off his mask, kind of shake that one off.
A few shout-outs. I know that Laura Foss and Chuck are watching. Well, I assume Chuck, but I've gotten a text from Laura and Scott Hookey. Apologize for the technical difficulties as we got the settings right at the beginning of the game.
New producer over there in the producer chair.
And there's
strike 3 looking on the outside corner. A curveball drops in for Berger, and he holds the Gamecocks scoreless through 4.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base in the top of the 4th for the Gamecocks. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th in 1 minute.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
New pitcher here on the bottom of the 4th inning for the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks. It is number 16, Carver Holtgren. Comes in 1-0 through league play. Sure, we'll get you some more stats as the game goes on. Count is 1-1 currently. This one fouled away by the pickup player, number 25, Brent Griffith.
Griffith knocked down a bunt. It was a tough play, and it was ruled a hit by the official score. It could have gone either way, frankly. It would have been a sacrifice and an error or else a hit. He gets his second hit in the game, and that one's going to run to the wall.
All the way to the warning track. As in right field, unable to handle it. And Griffith is aboard on second base to start the inning.
So Kellen Hookey, the number 9 batter in the order, and by the way, shout out to Chuck too down in Lubbock, Texas. Hookey, the 9 batter in the order, 0 for 0 on the day. He bunted in his last plate appearance, moved runners up.
Firechiefs have been no strangers to playing small ball. First pitch, called strike on the outside corner to Kellen Hookey. Hookey looking to do a job here. Runner on second. Ground ball to the right side, moves him over. Anything, base hit might score him. This one fouled away. So it'll be 0-2, Hookey down in the count here. Pitcher's count for Holtgren. This one lined back up the middle, unable to make the play at second base is Biaggi. And now we might have a play at home. No, throw is off target, and Brent Griffith comes around and scores off the single with 2 strikes from Kellen Hookey. 3-0 the Firechiefs now out in front. They have scored a consistent 1 run in 3 out of 4 innings here in the ballgame.
Greg Biaggi gave that one a heck of an effort. Glanced off his glove out into shallow center field, and by the time they could recover, Griffith, they didn't hesitate at third base. They were wheeling him all the way and put the pressure on him, and he was able to come across. So credit Kellen Hookey with an RBI single.
Caden Kraus is the batter here. The catcher fouls this one away on the bunt attempt. Again, no outs. Lots of small ball being played by the Firechiefs. Disciplined team so far. Doing their jobs consistently. 9 hits total. Bunt laid down to the pitcher. And they'll take the easy out over that at first. Holtgren fires to Hanisch for the 1-3 putout. That'll move Hookey over to second base.
Second batter in the order is Taylor Berger. He steps up 0-for-1 on the day. Sacrifice bunted in his first plate appearance and flied out to right in his second.
Looking to drive in a run here, or again, even just move him over. We've seen the Firechiefs rally with 2 outs now in the last inning. By the way, Holtgren, the pitcher, played in 7 games, started 3 of them. He is 1-1 on the season, giving up 31 hits, 13 earned runs, has walked 13, struck out 21, so not quite the force that Barthel,
1-1 the count to Taylor Berger.
4.13 ERA. This one grounded over to shortstop. It looks like Hookey's going to go off the throw. There's going to be a play at third. No, it's off of Hookey, actually, and over to third base. And he's going to stay over there at third. Hesitated, decided not to go. Was it you talking about hesitating and going?
Yep.
It was. If you're hesitating,
you don't
probably
go.
Not the time to go.
Hookey actually was playing it kind of, he was a little bit risky with his lead. He kept shuffling off a little bit more and a little bit more. If the shortstop had realized that, they probably could have thrown behind him or run at him and plucked him, but he did a good job of moving up and nearly gave himself a chance to score on the errant throw.
So Quaid will be tasked with driving in Hookey with 2 outs. He's ahead here in the count, 2-0.
Mitch has walked and doubled on a fly ball to center field.
Going to look for a perfect pitch here, and that's certainly not it. High and away for ball number 3 in the count. 3-0 with 2 outs. Barthel dealing. This one catches the bottom outside corner. So 3-1. Excuse me, not Barthel. Holtgren. Now Quaid swings through this one to make it 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Scoreboard as full as it can get. Quaid fouls this one away and will do it again. The 3-2, curveball, just high, and Quaid is going to reach on a walk. I'll bring up the cleanup, Dom Berger, and pitcher for this Firechiefs team. Berger 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Chance to correct all of that with an RBI single.
First one taken for a called strike. 0-1 the count to Dom.
Think Quaid will steal over there, Brock?
I don't.
Not the stealing type over there at first base?
No, and you got your 4-batter up. You could now, in this situation, you could get fast and loose with it and maybe try to move him up into scoring position with the idea that it's 0-2, and if he gets thrown out, Dom starts with a fresh count. But 1-2 the count. This would actually be a slightly better count to steal on than 0-2.
Kind of forces Holtgren to want to throw a strike. He's already wasted his chase pitch. This one up and away to make it 2-2. Quaid still over there at first.
Hookie at third.
He'll certainly be going if this count gets to 3-2, no doubt about that. 2-2, we may see him go. He remains. This one's grounded right back to Holtgren, and Holtgren makes the easy throw over to first base. Janish gloves it, and that will end the 4th inning.
Hanish. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We'll head into the top of the 5th with the Milbank Firechiefs having extended their lead to 3-0, and we'll be back with the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks top half of the 5th in 60 seconds.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer, and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Dakota Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are a
This afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by Great Plains Health. The mission is to improve the wellness of our people by providing quality health care, public health services, and support in partnership with the tribal nations of the Great Plains area. Thank you to Great Plains Health and all of our sponsors here at Live Ticket TV.
Also, Agronomy Plus, offering Agronomy 365, which gives live information resulting in more profitable return in crops for you. 3 locations across the Mitchell area.
Move to the top of the 5th here at Cadwell Park. As you can see on the bottom of your scoreboard, shout out to our new producer, Morgan, over there for her first game of state amateur behind the keyboard and the computer. Thank you, Morgan. And Caleb for running camera as well. Caleb's been around a little bit more, though. Doesn't deserve a shout out. He's just doing his job.
Jonah Rechtenbaugh, the right fielder, going to lead things off here for the Gamecocks in the top of the 5th inning. 0 for 1 on the day so far. Struck out swinging.
Berger takes the mound once again for the top of the 5th. He has held the Gamecocks scoreless, although they have pretty consistently put at least one runner on per inning. I believe the first inning was the first time, or the only time, this game where we saw the Gamecocks go 3 up, 3 down. Berger, the ace for this Firechiefs team.
Just took a quick look around the outfield. Taylor Berger in center field, probably playing as shallow as any of them. Griffith is pretty deep out and left. Yunker fairly deep and right.
This was almost a perfect bunt down the third baseline. Kraus would have had a tough time making that throw over there, but Rechtenbaugh will be brought back and we'll do over the 1-2. Berger played 11 games this year, started 2 of them. 4-1 on the season, giving up 24 hits total. 2 earned runs all season, an ERA of .34 and a whip of just .66. So the Gamecocks certainly putting a little bit more pressure on Berger than he's been used to this season. This one outside for a ball brings the count to 2-2.
Dom and I have a lot in common in that respect. My ERA was also 34 without a point before it.
That's good stuff. The 2-2 swung on and missed. And Rechtenbaugh is retired for the first out of the inning. 34, Brock. And that is impressive.
I'm going to guess now that Chuck Foss and Scott Hookey listed out there will start sending texts and saying, "Are you sure it was that low?"
It's like a wiffle ball ERA, man. It's a home run derby ERA right there. This one fouled away. At the plate right now is Adam Hinches, the designated hitter. 0-1 the count, 1 out. After Rechtenbaugh was retired. Ball up and away brings the count to 1-1. Hinches hitting .271 on the season. The 1-1 fouled away. Will it be caught? No, there's a net there. 1-2 will be the count to Adam Hinches, a designated hitter. 0 for 1 on the day. 1 out for the Firechiefs. Berger shaking off a couple pitches, and Hinches will call time. Reset here for the 1-2. The payoff and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. A breaking ball that drops in once again for Don Berger on the outside corner, and Hinches is sat down for the second out of the inning. Seems to be one of Berger's kind of go-to pitches. Kind of loops that curveball in, starting in the left-hander's batter's box, and then drops just over the corner of the plate. It's a tough one to hit as a right-handed hitter.
I would say that one of the keys to his success is, he's got an above average, as this ball has fouled off, an above average fastball, and he takes enough off his off speed that a guy just, he can't keep his hands back enough, and it's not like he's only taking 4 to 6 miles an hour off, so there's a pretty substantial difference between the two speeds, and I do think that accounts for a lot of his success as a strikeout pitcher.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys swing through that outside curveball. There it was again. That one was fouled off a little bit more over the middle of the plate to Briggs Havlick. But it kind of just drops in on the outside corner. It's loopy out there, and it's so hard to sit back on it when it's an outside pitch like that. You just want to get out there and throw your hands at it, especially with 2 strikes. He's ahead again here.
Probably a waste pitch of some sort here. See if he can get him to go fishing.
Saw him go up and in earlier. 0-2. Very slow windup. This one's up but not in. That's a ball either way.
I like the location there. That's one that the guy isn't going to be able to catch up to if he swings those pitches up at your chest.
It's very appetizing, those ones that kind of come out right at eye level. Instantly get ready to go after it, and it just never comes down. This one is pretty much right down the middle, maybe a hair inside. Havlick certainly didn't like the call, but he is retired along with the rest of the inning.
So Berger amasses 3 more strikeouts in that inning, running his total to 8 for the Gamecocks. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on base. We're at the halfway mark. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th in 60 seconds.
Dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two, and look at your crew. Brenda the Calculator Cutler, Bill the Drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
Brady Krause set to lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Firechiefs, who have scored 3 runs in 4 innings on 9 hits total in this afternoon ball game of the 2024 State Amateur Tournament. Thanks again for joining us here on Live Ticket TV. Again, we had a pitching change as well in the previous inning.
Carver Hultgren spikes that one for ball 1.
1-0 the count to Krause, the second baseman for this Firechiefs team. This one driven right back up the middle, and it'll be a base hit. First runner aboard once again for the Firechiefs in Brady Krause.
And Merrick Junker now going to be the batter. He's 2 for 2 on the day, had a triple in his most recent trip to the plate. Singled on a hard ground ball in his first at bat out to left field, and tripled on a liner out to right center. Got a hold of that ball with a couple men on base. Here he chops it into the 5-6 hole. It is back picked by Haldeman, but there will not be a throw. And so Junker will move to 3-3 on the day after the infield hit. Firechiefs continue to add on to the hit total up to 11 now, as opposed to the Gamecocks 3. Just playing small ball, a couple of big hits, but it hasn't really been the foundation of their success. They have done a phenomenal job moving runners around when needed, as now you see Hanisch, the first baseman, all the way on the grass. This one fouled back. He is about halfway to home plate from first base before Krause even showed bunt. Shows you the confidence they have that the Firechiefs will play small ball. 0-1. Krause will step up. One more strike to try and bunt the runners over. Shows it very early here. This one laid down to the first baseman. Catcher going to get it, and barely making the throw over was Halvertson. What a great play as he called off Hanisch, the first baseman, when they were both charging at it. And once again, a phenomenal bunt from Tyler Krause. And that'll bring up number 25, Brent Griffith, the pickup player, with runners on second and third and just 1 out. Griff so far on the day, 2 for 2 with the bunt single and the double out to right.
Nice stop there by Halvertson behind the plate. Save a run. Some hard padding there in the backstop as you see it on your screen. Runners don't always come home when it's a pass ball. This one driven into right field.
Going to get the job done.
Rechtenbaugh catches it, but as you mentioned, the job is done, and it's an RBI sac fly from Brent Griffith. 4 runs in 5 innings now, and no more than 1 run an inning. Pretty impressive stat line for the Firechiefs.
And Brent Griffith is one of my very good friends, so he's going to know that what I'm about to say, I don't say with any malice, but I think I've just discovered the secret to your success, Brent. You should be on other teams more often. Very, very productive day so far for Griff. 2 for 2 with another sacrifice fly and an RBI.
Hookie lines that one to second base. Biaggi is there to corral it for the final out of the inning.
There was one run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head into the top of the 6th inning with the Milbank Firechiefs having added 1 more to the tally, and they lead 4-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock on.
Top of the 6th here on Live Ticket TV, brought to you by BankWest. Whether you are buying a new home, building your dream home, updating your current home, or reworking your finances, our experienced mortgage team is here for you every step of the way. Top of the 6th inning, as we mentioned, Gamecocks up to bat. They are scoreless through 5. It's been a very sound defensive ball game from the Firechiefs, and very sound offensive, as I told Brock off air. This is a very satisfying ball game to watch from Milbank, especially on the offensive end.
Cam Quigley going to lead things off, the center fielder for the Gamecocks. 1 for 2, flight out to right and single on a ground ball to the shortstop.
Gamecocks, as I sound like a broken record, have been able to put guys on. This one skied out into right field. Might be trouble, and it is. Unable to field it was Merrick Yunker out and right, and so it's a stand-up double for the leadoff batter, Cam Quigley.
That's a tough luck double because as a pitcher, you get a guy, to fly out with 6 seconds of hang time. The outfielder just not able to get a beat on it. It was drifting with the wind pushing it, and all of a sudden he realizes, I'm not going to be close.
So that is now the 3rd pop fly we've seen in this ball game that has been dropped due to the sun. 1 at shortstop, 1 in center, and 1 out in right field now. Sun pretty high up in the sky, 3:09 p.m. here at Cadwell.
I would say the wind had as much to do with that as anything, but certainly the sun could have had an impact.
Kind of the first day we've seen the wind blow out here at Cadwell. All other days we've seen it blow in, out from center field, kind of coasting from left to right. 1-1.
By the way, umpires this game, sorry, it's more than halfway through, but Christian Christensen's behind the plate. Scott Corton out there at second right now. He's the 3rd base umpire this game, and Pat Dockendorf over at first. 2-1 the count to Brock Haldeman. He's got a good name, but he's missing a K. B-R-O-C is his name.
Haldeman 0 for 2 on the day, looking for his first hit. Berger dealing this one fouled away to even out the count.
And if you're his parents listening, my name is Brock also, and I have a K at the end of my name. I'm not trying to get personal. Just
got to cover your bases.
Yep.
Never know.
Don't want to offend.
2-2. It's been 4 innings in a row of the Gamecocks putting at least 1 runner aboard. They have one here at second base with Cam Quigley after the stand-up double. Berger has worked his way out of all 4 jams. This one driven out into center. Berger coming up to make the catch, and he does. And we will get a little fake tag there from Cam Quigley as he took a couple hard steps. Trails back to the bag.
Speaking of names, it was always really confusing for me when I'd be here at the state amateur baseball tournament. I can't remember where he was from. It was somewhere in the south central part of the state, but there was a Brock Green. And they'd announced next up for so-and-so, Brock Green. And I'm like, whoa, I'm supposed to be, Green, not Green Field.
Am I hitting? You never know. You could be throwing out a pitch one day at the state AM tournament.
Yeah.
They asked Jody to, but I don't think he didn't go out, did he?
He's got the.
Is he
he's
doing?
going to
Is
be
he
on the
gonna do
bump
it
tonight.
He's going to do it. So Jody Brozick throwing the first pitch out for.
He's been getting loose for the last hour and a half.
Looking forward to that for sure. We'll have that here, of course, on Live Ticket TV.
Johannes now facing an even count, 1-1.
Hanisch 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Berger at 78 pitches total. Obviously no pitch count limits. We've seen guys go as deep as 140 pitches so far here in this tournament.
And two things. One, in his first at-bat, he struck out swinging. In his second one, he singled on a line drive to center. Now he's down in the count 1-2. The one caveat I would say is when you're an adult, not Legion age, there is no pitch count, pitch limit. Kids who are part of a youth program that are pickup players, they are still subject to the same pitch counts as they would be during their regular season.
Makes sense there. They're all in place for good reason. Strike number 3 is swinging, and down on strikes is Hanisch. 2 outs in the inning now. Berger trying to work his way out of having him runner in scoring position with no outs. Stepping up to the plate is Greg Biaggi, the pickup player. He's been playing second base for this Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks team. He is 1 for 2.
Of the last 7 outs recorded by Dom Berger, 6 have been via the strikeout. He's now up to 9.
We expected that with Berger coming into this game with over 100 strikeouts and just walking 11 batters on the season. I believe he's only walked 1 this game.
That's right.
Everybody else has been put on base via a hit.
And they've got 4 on the board.
Oh, 1. Biaggi grounds this one foul down the third baseline. So Berger finds himself ahead 0-2 once again. Probably the slowest working pitcher we've seen in this tournament. Likes to take his time, especially when he comes set. Likes to pause for a long minute. Take a couple little chop steps. As we see it there. Then the glove finally drops. Checks back to second. The 0-2, this one just a bit high.
Again, that's a very deliberate location by Dom. He's trying to get him to go after something that he can't hit with any authority.
There is a reason he only has 11 walks and over 100 strikeouts on the season. He is a master at locating his pitches. Great discipline by Biaggi to lay off there. This one, awfully close, right around the knees. Berger certainly thought he got him, along with a couple infielders as well. Started making their way back to the dugout, but no call. So that brings the scoreboard to be full of 2s, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As Biaggi awaits the payoff pitch from Berger. Fouls it away, and Biaggi stays alive. Berger probably on pace to throw a complete game here.
When Dom steps on the mound, as long as his arm is healthy, that's his intention. He wants to be in charge.
He's certainly the ace of this team. Only pitcher on the team who's played in double-digit games. We'll see another 2-2 on the way. This one well outside. And the count goes to full.
And I believe, if I heard you correctly, he started 2?
2 or 3.
I know he's had 2 long relief appearances in which he accumulated
2 starts.
19 and 17 strikeouts.
This is his 12th game starting, and he actually, I apologize, he is not the only pitcher to start double-digit games. And swing and a miss for strike number 3. And the side is retired.
There were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base.
Gamecocks leave one out there as we move to the bottom of the 6th after these messages on Live Ticket TV.
Is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be
Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning, Firechiefs on offense once more, looking to add their 4th inning in a row of scoring at least 1 run. We've seen it 3 in a row, and they also tacked one on in the 1st inning. So a very clean-looking scoreboard for them, and they have held the Gamecocks scoreless. Our score is 4-0 Firechiefs.
Carver Hultgren begins his 3rd inning in relief. He's got a 1-1 count on Caden Kraus. Kraus, the catcher for the Milbank Firechiefs, is 1 for 2 on the game.
The 1-1 in the dirt brings the count to 2-1.
This inning brought to you by SunGold Sports. They have 3 different processes in which they can provide. Well, there's a ground ball, the Biaggi. I don't think Caden got out of the box, and had he done so,
may have beat it out.
Right.
Biaggi kind of had a tough time handling it over there at second, but a great job by keeping his body in front, kind of squaring off the legs and making sure that ball did not get past him. It was hit hard enough that as long as he knocked it down, he was going to be able to make that play over at first. First pitch in to Taylor Berger is a strike. Maybe one of the better pitches he'll see this at bat. That one was pretty healthy over the plate.
Back to SunGold Sports, they have 3 different processes in which they can provide custom clothing, screen printing, embroidery, and vinyl printing. Contact them for all your T-shirt needs.
2-1 after that one misses low and in. Berger fouls this one well away down the third base line. Not sure if that one was caught. No, it was not, but we did have 3 teenagers giving perfect chase. Jackpot, it looked like, over there. None of them were able to come up with it, but a great effort out there. The 2-2, this one up for ball number 3, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And this one driven out into center field. And Cam Quigley runs it down. Great speed out there in center to make the 2nd out.
Off the bat, I thought that might fall, but Quigley managed to get down under it and made the play.
That'll bring up Quaid, the 3-hole hitter. Shortstop for this Milbank team. First one falls low, breaking ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Holtgren on in relief. for Barthel. 42 pitches he has thrown. This one shot to shortstop and unable to handle. It is Haldeman, as that one was rocketed to his glove side. And as Brock mentioned, it is a base hit for Mitch Quaid, his second of the game, to bat 1,000 through this one. So Milbank, we've seen them work with 2 outs. They've driven in runs on 2 outs. They've gotten base runners there. They've got another one here. Quaid over at first. Already discussed, not exactly the stealing type. First pitch in, a called strike to Dom Berger, the pitcher. Berger 0 for 3 on the day. Hits in the cleanup spot. Struggling this afternoon. Swings through that one to fall 0-2.
Dom Berger, when he was a Legion kid, he was pretty much pitcher only. He's worked hard to make himself a formidable threat at the plate. He's 0 for 3 so far, but he can swing a pretty hefty bat at times.
This one popped over to Havlick at third base, gloves out the sun, and makes the catch to end the inning. So the 3-inning run-scoring streak is snapped for Milbank.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head into the top of the 7th inning. We got a third of the game to go, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Fall Community Celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm.
Back here at Cadwell Park, entering the last third of this ball game, top of the 7th, coming up after a word from Will Funeral Chapel.
Will Funeral Chapel provides complete funeral services to the local community of Mitchell and the surrounding area. If you have a loved one that passes, look them up and they'll take care of you and your family.
As always, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you all for tuning in with us this afternoon. I'm Spencer Bewley alongside Brock Greenfield. Milbank Firechiefs still lead at 4-0 over the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks here in game number 12 of this 2024 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Dom Berger takes the mound once more. First pitch of the inning in for a strike.
The batter is Carter Halverson, the catcher. He's 1 for 2 on the day. One of the 4 Gamecocks hits.
Second pitch, swung through by Halverson.
Flailed at the off-speed pitch. He was out in front, dialed up for the fastball, and not able to stay back.
Talked about Berger's off-speed throughout the broadcast, how effective it has been in adding to his strikeout total. Here he takes a long time in the windup, changing up the timing, and fires this one up and in. It is fouled away, giving chase is hooky, and it will be out of reach. And almost caught by Coach over there with his hat, but just out of his reach as well.
Quick look at the line scores for the Gamecocks. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the game. For the Firechiefs, 4-12-0. 16 hits in the game, 4 runs on the board.
Again, all 4 of those runs have come in separate innings. We have not seen the Firechiefs score more than one run at a time. 0-2 the count. This one fouled straight back by Halverson. And a lot of the reason we haven't seen more than one run scored is because the Firechiefs have been playing such great small ball, so they're willing to give up 1 or 2 outs in order to score 1 run per inning, not necessarily relying on big sticks. And it's worked for them here.
And keep in mind, the one inning they didn't score, but they had runners on second and third because they moved them up with a bunt.
Drop third strike here. Caden Krause collects it and throws over to Hookie at first base to retire Halverson for the first out of the inning.
Next up will be the left fielder, Devin Gary. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his first plate appearance and then struck out looking.
Gary tasked with getting one on here in the top of the 7th. Been very active on the base paths. They just haven't been able to string together the 4 hits at the right time. Haven't really seen them attempt much small ball. Stranded, I don't even know how many runners. It's got to be at least 6, I would guess. We're through 6 innings. They've only had 1 inning, which they didn't have a runner, and that was the first. So I believe they've had 2 on in 1 inning, so I would guess 6 runners have been stranded total by the Gamecocks. 6 or 7, one of those 2 numbers.
I'm going to say 5.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5.
But I have to look at one thing here.
Yeah. Could have been that they might have just had 2 on and 1 got out via second base or something, and I'm just misremembering that.
Well, they've got 4 hits, and there's been 1 base on balls issued. There are no errors on the board, and I just looked, and there aren't any hit batsmen. I don't think they've had – Milbank hasn't turned a double play, to my recollection, so I think they've stranded those 5. I don't think they had anybody else get on by a strikeout and reach on a wild pitch or anything like that. So
we'll roll with 5. 5 is a number.
It's an educated guess.
At least 5. We'll roll with that for the Gamecocks. 2-2 the count here. So we get back to Gary. Hitting in the 6th spot. The payoff. This one up and away. Brings the count full. Full as the scoreboard can get. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Berger trying to go back to a 1-2-3 inning. Hasn't had it in a while. This one drops in on the outside corner. It's the classic curveball. As soon as it came out of his hand, everyone here at Cadwell knew that was dropping in on the outside corner. And it looks like we may have had a scoreboard error, as now...
We did.
So now there are 2 outs. Correction. I was looking at the scoreboard out here at Cadwell.
And I did too, and I just hit the panic button when they didn't...
Nobody came in.
I was like, wait, I've only got 2 outs. What did I miss?
Well, it looks like you had some fielders as well for the Firechiefs kind of start to jog in. But nonetheless, we now have 2 outs. 0-1 to Jonah Rechtenbaugh. Rechtenbaugh 0 for 2 on the day. Berger gets Rechtenbaugh to foul this one off.
So we'll look for the intentional pitch here, the intentional placement. Something maybe too good to lay off, but not good enough to be able to do anything with.
We've seen him go high almost every time, kind of around the letters. That's a classic for high-level pitchers, to place one right around the letters, maybe up and in, draw a pop fly, or more likely a swing and a miss at that pitch. There it is. Swing and a miss up at the letters. Dom Berger makes us look like genies and retires the side on 3 up, 3 down.
So he accumulates another 3 strikeouts that inning. That's a snapper mow him down inning, and we'll head into the bottom of the 7th inning with the Milbank Firechiefs trying to add to their 4-0 lead. We'll be back in a minute.
Let's get
Lay is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one-stop for mouth-watering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch, or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachment.
Back here at Cadwell after the 7th inning stretch. Not a bad crowd on hand here. We've certainly had better, but most of them show up for the evening games. Take Me Out to the Ball Game just rang out here at the park. First pitch low to Brady Krause, the 5-hole hitter.
Brady, the hot hand right now, he's 2 for 2 and has a sacrifice fly for an RBI in the other plate appearance.
This one grounded over to third base. Havlick will handle it and fire across the diamond to retire Brady Krause. So Krause ends his perfect day of 2 for 2. And it'll bring Merrick Yunker to the plate, the right fielder. Yunker having himself a day as well. 3 hits on 3 at-bats, and one of them driven deep to right center for a triple. First pitch fouled away. Second one on the way. This one chopped foul off the handle. Only seen 2 broken bats this tournament, I believe, and they were by the same kid.
On back-to-back pitches. There have been a couple others, but, yeah, that was crazy.
Did we have more last night?
Yeah, we had a couple last night, Brock.
Yep. I think so.
Had 2 last night. So a handful. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, the count. 1 out. Yunker waits the payoff. Swings through this one. No, it's fouled off. Was not a drop third strike. Halverson was going to be all over it. But another life granted to Merrick Yunker. This one driven into center field. It's a nice piece, but Cam Quigley is going to be there. Trots over to right center and makes the grab. So 2 batters up and 2 batters down. And now the 7-hole, Tyler Krause, will come to the plate.
Krause singled in his first at-bat on a fly ball out into right field, and then he grounded out to the pitcher and sacrifice bunted, so he is 1 for 2.
Hasn't pulled any in this game, looking at that hit chart. This one low for ball number 1. So not too often have we seen the Firechiefs go 3 up, 3 down, and we might hear this one slowly grounded to the shortstop Haldeman, and a nice scoop over there by Hanisch at first base to end the inning in 3 up, 3 down fashion.
That'll do it here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with the Gamecocks, half of the 8th.
Solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
Okay. Top of the 8th here on Live Ticket TV. As we were discussing, there is a pinch hitter coming in to hit. It's number 14, Ryan Healy for the Gamecocks.
This inning going to be brought to you by Horizon Healthcare. At Horizon, they're focused on what's real and what's rural. With advanced technology and a personal touch, they deliver medical, dental, and behavioral health care that's open to everyone. And also RDO equipment. Discover a wide range of John Deere and Vermeer equipment at one of our RDO store locations, offering top-notch machinery solutions for agricultural and industrial work.
So Healy, the pinch hitter, and I believe we're going to have another one on deck, Brock. I believe that it's number 9, Lauren Jacobson, warming up on deck. And I don't think we've seen him hit yet. He's not listed in the starting lineup.
Right. So
first pitch inside.
Healy batted .260 on the season. First pitch was taken for a ball.
Berger back out on the mound, just threw his 101st pitch of the afternoon, so definitely going to be finishing this game, barring any extremes from the Gamecocks. Although we certainly are expecting them to get on the board. They've been pretty active, just have 4 hits, but have put runners on in majority of innings. But Berger still dealing up there, struggling to find the zone here in this inning. 3-0 count to Healy. And Berger pitches his 13th walk of the entire season.
And he can't be loving what just happened because you got a guy that's cold off the bench. You probably figure, well, I'm going to victimize him as well with a strikeout, and you throw 4 straight balls. I'll bet you, probably hasn't happened this year.
Tough to come off the bench and get a hit as well. Tough to come off and get timing, so you hate to walk him, but you also hate to walk him just in the circumstance that he's a pinch hitter, hasn't seen you yet. Odds are he's probably not going to put a great bat on it fresh off the bench, so you want to get some balls in the zone there.
This pinch hitter is Lauren Jacobson. He batted .286 on the season. He's down in the count 0-2.
Chops that one right back into Caden Kraus, the catcher. Top of the 8th. Milbank still leads it 4-0 over Hartford Humboldt. The 0-2 coming. Fastball, maybe a little lower than he would have liked that, being 0-2. But he draws a foul ball nonetheless.
And he'll get another opportunity for an 0-2.
We've seen him strike out many batters today with the outside curveball. But his 0-2 pitch has typically been up around the letters. Haven't seen him really attack the zone with the 0-2 yet. So we'll see where he goes with this one. There's the outside curveball, and there is another called strike 3. So Berger sits down Lauren Jacobson in his first plate appearance. And that will bring up top of the order, Cam Quigley coming up for Hartford Humboldt.
Quigley is 2 for 3. He's got half the hits for the Gamecocks.
Had himself a pretty good day, batting in the number 1 spot. Trying to get a hit here and move Healy into scoring position. First pitch, breaking ball inside for strike number 1. That one kind of came right across the middle of the plate.
You know, that says a lot about Quigley. You got one of the dominant left-handed pitchers on the mound, and he's a left-handed batter, and yet he's not outclassed or outmanned by Dom Berger so far on the day.
Quigley hits .276, so having a pretty solid day. Here goes a runner from first. That's Healy, and he is in time before the throw.
So that pitch got away from Caden Kraus just a little bit. It was a wild pitch.
Just looking down at my stat sheet for Cam Quigley's batting average. I believe we have starting lineups coming in for the next game. Thank you. And that is some awesome handwriting. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Derek.
All caps. Perfectly squared off letters.
Here's the 1-1.
This one just high. Starting lineups were brought up for the game for Mount Vernon Mustangs. Brought by Derek and Eric Denning. Those are the managers. 2-1 count on the field to Cam Quigley, the leadoff hitter. Searching for his third hit of the ball game and potentially an RBI as Healy leads off over at second. This one chopped in fair play. Going to be a tough play from Berger, but able to throw Quigley out at first base. Healy is moved to third, but with 2 outs, it's going to take a hit of some sort to drive him in.
Just to appreciate that play, Dom Berger, as a left-handed pitcher, is not falling off to the first base side of the field, but the third base side. So he had to stop his momentum, go to the opposite way, get to the line, field the ball, and then do a pirouette and spin and fire a strike to first base. Kellen Hookey handling the throw. Nice job on both ends.
Brings up Brock Haldeman, who watches the first strike go by on the outside corner. Probably not what he's looking for. With the first pitch. But if the Gamecocks want to get around on the board, they're going to have to figure out a way to hit that outside curveball from Berger. This one, fastball across the middle. Tough play at short, and it gets by Quaid. It'll go down as a hit. It would have been a tough play, chopping up the middle. And the first run comes across for the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks as Healy is driven home. So Haldeman aboard on first base. And now we get to the meat of the order. Joe Hanisch and Greg Biaggi. Hanisch takes ball 1. Sun coming back out here at Cadwell. Again, right around 80 degrees, a little below. 1-0 count to Hanisch. This one fouled away. Evens it out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs on the inning. Haldeman over at first. Haven't seen anybody try and steal directly on Berger. Expecting it to remain that way. This one swung through by Joe Hanisch. Don't see it on your monitor, but Haldeman over there giving kind of a lean each time at first base as soon as Berger gets set to deliver to home plate. He'll be delivering a 1-2 here. The payoff, fastball up, fouled away. And Brock, if we've seen any type of pattern, we might be looking at a curveball starting outside, dropping in on the outside corner here. It's not guaranteed, but it's certainly possible.
Yeah, that's been his bread and butter so far, so it's a fair
It goes high fastball
assumption.
and then drops that curveball in. We'll see if he does it here, wondering if he'll try to change it up as we get later into this ball game. This one kind of started low and ends low.
I would say that was more of a slider.
I agree.
A little more velocity on it. It was a bender, but missed. So the deuces are wild on the board.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Berger throwing his 120th pitch here. Trying to get out of this inning. Payoff from Berger. This one foul away. And we will do the 2-2 once more.
Do the 2-2? Sounds like a dance.
Do the 2-2. We'll wear the 2-2 once more here. Is the 2-2 a dance?
I don't know. It sounds like it should
Could be. Probably.
Certainly a little ballerina skirt. Also, name of a former world leader.
Does know that.
2-2.
Well, here's the 2-2 pitch. This one chops down the third base line. What a nice glove by Krause, and the throw over in time. What a play.
That's a tremendous play. Nice
by
play
Brady Krause over at third base to end the inning and help out Berger.
So that's going to do it for the Gamecocks in the top of the 8th. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head into the bottom of the 8th with Milbank leading 4-1, trying to add some insurance. We'll be back in a minute.
Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's N-U-G-E-N Marion.com.
A better you starts closer to home, with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
Another new pitcher in for the Gamecocks as we move into the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Jonah Rechtenbaugh taking over for Carver Holtgren. Rechtenbaugh has pitched in 7 games this year, started just 1, so frequently coming in for relief for the Gamecocks. Sports an ERA of 3.28 and a whip about 1.1. Has struck out 33 and walked 10. So a brief look at Rechtenbaugh. He's 2-0 here in the count. 0-0 on the season. That came off like a record. Batter is the pickup player, Brent Griffith, who's had himself a pretty decent day here. 2 for 2, more than decent. He has done very well this afternoon. Strike 1 to him. Rechtenbaugh outside. He came in over there from right field, I believe. We'll get the full lineup change to you in a moment. Mr. Brock Greenfield working the game changer up here as well, multitasking.
Yeah, so what we've got right now is Chad Morrison. He's entered the game out in right field as he'll be the 9 batter in the order. In place of one of the gentlemen who pinch hit, Griffith works the walk. Ryan Healy goes to third base. He pinch hit last inning. And as you mentioned, the pitcher now is Rechtenbaugh.
So Brent Griffith is walked to start the inning, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Kellen Hookey. Hookie, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Squares to bunt here. This one's going to get down. Not the prettiest bunt, but it might work. And the throw is in time, but it's going to be an error on the throw. Unable to pick it was Hanisch. Man, Hookie would have had time to beat that out, but he was kind of running, carrying his bat, expecting to be thrown out, and he turned around and realized that Halverson didn't have a firm grip on it, and then decided to turn the Jets on. And thankfully for Milbank, Hanisch did not pick that. Otherwise, he would have been thrown out simply for kind of a lack of hustle there.
Yeah.
But it works out.
So officially, it's not an at-bat. It's a sacrifice and an error. So it doesn't count against him in terms of his batting average, but it creates a much more dramatic situation here as Caden Krause steps up. By the way, any idea who Caden's uncle is?
Not a clue.
Well, he's got more than one, but ever heard of Kalen DeBoer?
I have.
Kalen DeBoer, the new Bama football coach, is his uncle. Tara Krause is Kalen's sister.
It's cool stuff. Kalen DeBoer, currently the man with one of the most high-pressure jobs, I would say, in the entire United States. Bunt laid down here by Caden Krause. Low throw to first base, but Biaggi is able to handle it, coming over from second. Nice rotations there by the Humboldt Hartford Gamecocks, but the job is done, and the Firechiefs have put 2 runners again in scoring position off of small ball.
And that brings Taylor Berger to the plate. He's the 2 batter in the order, 0 for 3 today. He has, on the spray chart, he sacrificed bunted in his first plate appearance, flied out to right in his second, but it was more right center, grounded out to the shortstop, and flied out to the center fielder on the left center side of things. So a lot of stuff up the middle here. Takes the first pitch for a called strike.
Up the middle is going to work here as the infield is in. They are firing to home if they get the ground ball, or at least checking Brent Griffith over at third base first. Berger's going to squeeze here, and it's going to work. Griffith's in at home, and Berger reaches. So no throw anywhere. Hanisch was completely frozen when picking up the ball, and off of small ball once again, the Firechiefs put up another run and lead it 5-1. Cannot praise the execution of the Milbank Firechiefs in this ball game enough. A disciplined team, and it is showing here. 5 runs on 13 hits, a couple of bunts for hits, and overall just doing jobs at the plate.
Mitch Quaid, 2 for 2 on the day. He's walked twice, doubled once, and singled.
He's up 2-0 in the count here. Base hit adds another run to the tally. Yet to score more than 1 run in an inning. But their best opportunity is probably right now. Runner on third, just 1 out. Gamecocks playing for the double play up the middle. That one misses as well. So it's 3-0. Quaid looking for a ball, belt high, and right over the middle of the plate here. Or nothing else. Takes this one high, and they are juiced once again.
Loads them up for Dom Berger. Dom 0 for 4 on the day. Flied out to left, grounded out to second, grounded out to the pitcher, and flied out in foul territory to the third baseman.
So Dom Berger, who is dealing on the mound this game and is throwing a near shutout. Again, 0 for 4, has yet to do a great job at the plate.
I'm going to guess that Dom's going to try on one. Well, he showed some discipline there because that was a strike and he knew it, but he took all the way. I bet you he takes one hellacious cut if he gets a good pitch to handle.
This one way outside, won't see it there. Wouldn't hurt. You're up 5-1. You've got 1 out. If you take a hellacious cut and get under it, you pop it up to the outfield, you score a run either way. So we have seen 1 grand slam in this tournament. This one, broken bat up the middle. It's going to drop, play it home in time. And Hookie is unable to make it home. Kind of froze all batters. Not really an infield fly, but obviously not a ground ball. So Berger reaches on a fielder's choice. That'll bring up Brady Krause, the 5-hole.
Runners on base, Taylor Berger at third, Mitch Quaid at second, and Dom Berger at first.
This one dropped in for a strike as a fly literally just flew up my nose.
Oh, gross. Get it out. I'd feel violated.
If you heard a loud breath in the mic, I apologize. I'm not sure what I was to do there. This one in for a strike.
Brady
so
Krause.
0-2 the count.
Yep, he comes into this at bat 2 for 3 on the day. He's down on the count, as you said, 0-2.
How much you can do here in the press box. Got to have some windows open here at Cadwell.
Well, you don't got to because we got air conditioning, but we're too dumb to know, huh?
I was kind of wondering the same thing there, Brock. But 1-2 the count.
It's really upsetting when it's super humid like it was the first 2 nights.
Yep. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. And that will end the bottom of the 8th.
But not before the Firechiefs added their lead, tallying an insurance run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3, was it 3 left? Yeah, 2
left on
Bergers and a
base.
Quaid. And with that, we'll head into the top of the 9th inning. The Gamecocks have some work cut out for them. They're trailing by 4, and we'll be back with their half of the 9th in 60 seconds.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville. Last inning of baseball here in game number 12 at Cadwell Park. 12 of 37. We're going to have all 37 covered for you here on Live Ticket TV. Thanks again for tuning in. I've been Spencer Bewley alongside Brock Greenfield. Getting to the top of the 9th here after a quick message from Elite Renovations.
If you're looking to update or upgrade your roof siding or decking, we've got you covered. Interior trim, cabinets, drywall. We've got the Cruise 2. Speaking of Elite, Dominic Berger trying to close the door here, go a complete game in a dominant performance on the mound.
Greg Biaggi stepping in for the Gamecocks. This is do or die for them. They have 3 outs to score 4 runs. And that was a take all the way from Greg Biaggi. Most likely a take until you get a strike scenario. See if you can't maybe get Dom Berger to draw you a walk there first at bat. Probably not going to happen, though. Just 12 walks on the whole season. This one fouled away. 13, excuse me, now that we're in this game.
Yeah, he's been all over the place today and walked 2.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. Just really struggling to find the zone. He's walked 2 batters. That's 2 batters through 8 innings. You know, he's just rough day for Berger out there for sure.
124 pitches, 87 of those have been strikes for over a 70% strike clip.
He's been incredible on the mound, draws a ground ball. It's going to be a tough play for Quaid over at short. Not in time. Biaggi was going to beat it out either way for a little infield hit. Just what you need for the Gamecocks. Runners aboard after runners aboard. Already discussed, they've stranded quite a few throughout this game, have gotten men on to start the inning, but Berger has been able to work back. Part of that being a lefty, and it's very tough to steal on Dom Berger.
Carter Halverson steps up. He's the backstop for the Gamecocks, serving as the catcher. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He lifts this one on the infield. Mitch Quaid is under it. Shields his eyes and makes the play.
So a pretty easy out there for the Firechiefs. And that will bring Devin Gary up to the plate. Gary, the left fielder, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Seen Biaggi over at first to start the inning now a couple times, I believe. This one popped up in play again. Kraus will give chase.
Kraus didn't locate it right away. Yep. And by the time he did, it was already on its way down. So he still hustled after it, but not able to get there.
Close play, just couldn't get to it in time. Like you said, couldn't quite find it at first. Sunny sky here at Cadwell. Again, cannot ask for better baseball weather here so far in this state amateur tournament. 0-1 the count. Gary pops this one into shallow left infield, I guess is what you would call it, and Kraus able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 short and quick outs given by the Gamecocks. And the final 3 strikes will be put on the back of Jonah Rechtenbaugh, tasked with extending this ball game. Rechtenbaugh 0 for 3. Bats .304. So you'd think kind of destined to get a hit.
Gonna get a hit.
And there it is, shot into the right center gap. This one drops. Junker all the way back to the warning track, scooping it up, and it'll bring Biaggi all the way in from first base. And Jonah Rechtenbaugh has extended this game and put the Gamecocks on the board.
Sorry, 2-hop the fence. He got a lot of that.
That one was crushed into the gap. It's 374 out there. 420 to dead center here at Cadwell. It's a fairly deep ballpark.
I think there was an appeal over there at third base to see if Biaggi touched third. That's what I was gathering. Maybe
seems to be
I glanced up, and I think that's what went on.
Seems to be kind of a common thing. Just check when in doubt. It looks like over at second, Rechtenbaugh may have twisted up his ankle running the bases as he's kind of walking off a right leg, stretching out his hamstring. Just kind of stretching his quad a little bit.
Well, there's a break in the action. Another one of our sponsors, NewGen. Explore ways how NUGEN, NewGen, can help you sell your crop and check your bids. They're in Marion, and NewGen is a proud supporter of all the athletes at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
And we are going to have a pinch runner come on. It's going to be number 3, Nate Maslowski. Maslowski has run in this game already. He'll be the man to take over for Rechtenbaugh. Hopefully he's okay. Here's the first pitch to Healy, who's facing just his second at-bat of the ball game. Came in to pinch hit for Adam Hinches, the DH. Straight swap. Healy now trying to extend the ball game. 2 outs, 0-1 the count. Swings through this one to fall behind 0-2, and Berger has been very dominant in this situation throughout this ball game. We've seen him typically go to the letters here on the 0-2, and it's worked. And Healy, having not started this game, might be subject to become a victim of that pitch. He goes up. There it is. Strike 3 swinging, and Dom Berger on 132 pitches has completed the game and pushed his team into the round of 16 here at the 2024 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. 5-2 your final score. The Milbank Firechiefs defeat the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks. So they will play they will move on to play Del Rapids PBR. So we mark it down in our books here.
That's a good team right there. The Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks. They were never out of this game, and it just felt like Milbank, dominated in so many respects, and yet it's a 3-run game on the board. For the Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks in the losing effort, Cam Quigley was 2 for 4. Brock Haldeman was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Hanisch, 1 for 4. Biaggi, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Halverson, 1 for 4. Rechtenball, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Healy scored a run after he had walked in that, after he pinch hit in the 8th. Rechtenball had a double. Quigley had a double. For the Firechiefs, Caden Krause, 1 for 3. Taylor Berger, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Quaid was 2 for 2 with a run scored. He also walked 3 times. Brady Krause, 2 for 4 with a run scored, 2 RBIs. He was big for the Firechiefs. Merrick Yonker, 3 for 4. Tyler Krause, 1 for 3. Griffith, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. So if you're keeping track, that's 3 runs that he helped to account for. So the Trader pickup was huge for the Firechiefs. And Kellen Hookey, 1 for 2 with 1 RBI. I don't mean to take anything away from anybody because that's a team win right there. Everybody contributing in some way. Quaid and Griffith both had doubles. Yunker legged out a triple. On the mound, Barthel started. He went 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck 1 out. Hultgren comes in, works 4 innings, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Surrendered a base on balls, no strikeouts. And Rechtenball works 1 inning, gives up a hit, a run, that was earned, walked 2 and struck out 1. Domberger, 9 innings pitched, 7 hits scattered, 2 runs yielded, both earned, 2 bases on balls, and 15 strikeouts. Berger threw 132 pitches, 95 were strikes. He got better as the game went on. He did issue the 2 free passes, which was uncharacteristic, especially the one on 4 pitches. Barthel threw 47 pitches, 31 were strikes. Hultgren threw 57 pitches, 37 were strikes. And Rechtenball threw 22, 12 of which were strikes. We were talking left on base. Let me look here. Where is it? For the Firechiefs, they stranded 12. And the Gamecocks left 6 on. So
we were about right on at the time we were discussing it. About 5 were stranded at that point.
Yep.
6 left overall.
Oh, Brady Femling also as a courtesy runner scored a run for the Milbank Firechiefs. If we were still using pen and paper, that would be credited to the catcher, but there is a separate line for the courtesy runner here. So Femling came around from second base on the, I think he tallied, was it the first Milbank run of the day? I'm pretty sure it was. So as I said, everybody getting in on the action. Pretty impressive game on both sides. So that's going to do it here for the afternoon session at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament here on Saturday. We're getting close to the end of the gauntlet.
We are.
A day and a half of 4 games. Well, there's 2 more tonight, 4 tomorrow,
Yep.
And then we can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Yep, so tonight at 5:30 we'll have Mount Vernon taking on Salem. And then after that at 7:30 we'll have Chamberlain playing Winter Cologne. And then 4 games to round out Sunday. We call it the Gauntlet, the 4 days in a row of 4 games in a row each day. But as Brock said, that's pretty much going to do it for us here. One thing I do want to mention before we take off the headsets, talked a lot about Dom Berger kind of being the, quote, ace, I guess. But Brady Krause has also started 8 games, so I guess Dom Berger started far less than Brady Krause. Didn't have to throw Krause at all today. Krause has played in 10 games, started 8 of them. ERA more around 3, so Berger obviously has a little bit better ERA, a little bit cleaner stats, but that's something to look out for this Milbank team as we move forward. That's all we've got here. Milbank Firechiefs 5, Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks 2. An impressive game on both ends. Milbank picks up the win and advances to the round of 16. Stick around for the evening session here on Live Ticket TV.